Hello, tribe bonus winners. I just want to say to every single one of you, that was amazing. You guys did such a good job. I think the women that were watching felt so served by every single one of you. You guys gave some great content, you told great stories. Be sure to go back through the comments because there's dozens of them. And the women there are engaged and they're giving you a ton of love and they have questions for some of you specifically. So definitely go work that comment thread. Now, I want to start by giving each of you guys some kudos for what you did well. And I'm going to give every single one of you an assignment for what to practice next time you do this. First of all, every single one of you should feel amazing about yourself for showing up and bringing your A game. I saw every single one of you bring your A game. So pat yourself on the back. Give yourself a hug. Carla Aravik, every time I see you get on camera, you're stronger. I thought that was great practice for you to be on live in front of so many people. Your energy is so inviting. You're so safe. The one thing I would have liked you to do sooner is potentially to ask us to engage us a little sooner. You know, post below what's your biggest challenge with social media, or what's your favorite tool. Do you like Facebook? Do you like Twitter? Do you like Instagram? Why do you like them? What are you trying to accomplish on Facebook? Post it below. Like, to just be really upfront about what you're asking us to do. You could also bring in like a stat about how many clients are coming through social media. I think something like 85% of our last launch came through Facebook in some way, shape, or form. So that's a pretty high stat. I mean, we made over $200,000. So just with Facebook. So, you can share my stats, you can share whatever stats you can find out there, but definitely make it crystal clear that it's almost impossible to have an online business without incorporating social media. I would say to be even more confident in those, like really landing that point. But my main thing for you is, you're doing great. Keep going. You're doing so well. Erica, you're so funny and you're so unique. Like, I love that you bring you. I think you brought an unleashed energy that we can all learn from. Really well done. I love that you started out with don't ignore your surroundings, and to ask them what's been going on in your home office that's bugging you. Like, that would be a really good question for you to use in the future when you're on video. I want you to post on the comment below what's the biggest thing about your home office or your work environment that's bugging you. Are you not set up to be ergonomically correct? Are you, typing into a little laptop? Do you not have the proper lighting? Like, what's the thing that's bugging you the most? I would say, rather than starting out telling them you're an interior designer, I think that could have been stronger. I would have liked to hear you say, I have 2 decades. I'm an interior designer and I have 2 decades of experience helping people, create successful incomes by organizing their home office, or, give us a reason why it matters that you're an interior designer. Does that make sense? You also could have given them a couple of more examples about the wow piece that you're asking them to put in their office. Like, what is a wow piece? And how is it going to raise your energy whenever you sit down for work? You're natural on camera, Erica. I just really want you to you're so natural on camera. Keep getting on camera and keep being you. Carla Lang, wonderful job. By the way, we immediately updated the link to your free gift, and Jen was there making sure that people got your free gift, because it was not the correct free gift when we first posted it, and I'm super sorry about that, but Jen was posting the correct one in the comment thread in real time, so people got it. And again, you have great energy. Oh my gosh, girl, you're so bright on camera. You're so bright. Really well done. I think one of the things that we can learn from Carla Lang is the variety with which you let yourself be on camera. You let your voice drop and you let yourself really feel some of the things that frustrate us, and you let yourself get excited, and you let yourself bring some fierceness. We're operating in a system that was originally made by men, right? You brought some fierceness. It really woke us up. I think we can all learn from that. I think, all of us can pretty much afford to bring a little bit more variety on camera. That's what really engages people. The main thing I would say in terms of your homework, Carla, is to consider the languaging around we're working in a system that was made by men. Because, you're talking to some women who actually work for a man and they love their boss. You're talking to some women who don't actually think about they don't think about a system made by men. So to adjust the languaging a little bit depending on who you're talking to, I think you could have said something like, when you look at the structures that hold most of our work lives, a lot of those structures were originally made by men and they're not working for us anymore, right? So just to give it a little bit more like accuracy so that you don't end up causing, because whenever we cause like any pushback in people's minds and psyches as they're tracking us, if they're hung up on that, they're going to stop listening to you with other things that you say. So, and I think in some audiences, how you said it could totally work. In this particular audience, I'm just aware that there's a lot of sensitive women that are not, they're not man haters. They're like they really honor the masculine. So just to find a way to honor the masculine as you also really empower women to rise up. I also noticed that you said several times, I want this for women. And I want you to add women like you. Make sure that you really land that, because when you're just talking about, I want this for women, you're still sort of separating yourself from us. So for you to say, I am so committed to women like you and like all the women here, and for women like us to have this sense of empowerment, to have the languaging, right? And Carla, I just really want you to know how amazing your energy is on camera. Like, everything that I'm sharing with you are little distinctions. They're just little distinctions that'll make you even stronger next time. You brought an absolute top-notch performance to the camera. Kesley Mack, you asked a great question right away. What part of you hurts? Post below. It was really clear, and you paused long enough to let that land. Every one of us could learn to practice the power of the pause even a little bit more. Do you see how I'm role-playing it? And I loved your story. Kesley, I think you had one of the best stories of today. You put a lot into your story. Like, we were able to really get a sense of what it was like to be you, to be numb and in pain from the waist down. I would say we should all go back and listen to you tell your story again. It was really masterful. I'd like to see you get that story so comfortable so that you don't have to read it at all. That you can just, look at your outline and see that you're going to tell your story, and then just connect with the camera and tell your story to the camera. I love that you tied your pain back to discovering that you have these limiting beliefs around money. I would really land that. Like, really take the time to land that it's our limiting beliefs. More often than not, it's a limiting belief that causes pain in our bodies. Mine was around money. So I'm curious how many of you have started to notice that you have limiting beliefs or fears that slow you down, in that actually cause you pain. And I'm curious what belief might be causing your pain, right? To really land that point and tie it back, because it's such an important point. All right, Melinda. By the way, Kesley, amazing fucking job. Okay, I think I've told you guys all that you've done an amazing job. So you're not allowed to feel bad at all. I'm giving you feedback because you asked for it. And I'm giving you feedback just to get you that tiny little bit of level stronger. You guys are all super strong, even with just what you already did. Melinda, so genuine, so clear. Really well done. You captivated us. You're very captivating on camera in a kind of feminine kind of a way. I love the question, what time of day do you get the most stressed out? What do you notice is the thing that stresses you out? And then I liked that you told a story about how you were juggling jobs, and you there were these moments that you couldn't breathe. And that's where I'd like to see you make the tie back even stronger. to invite us to become a part of what you're sharing a little bit more. Especially on camera, people want to feel like a part of it. So for you to say, I'm wondering, and to really pause and ask them, think about a time, how many of you have had a moment where you actually were, realized that you had a hard time breathing, right? Like, this is stress in action. When stress starts constricting our breath, like, we've got to start paying attention, because that's when we actually constrict our bodies and then disease makes its way into the body. So to really land some of those points. But yeah, Melinda's so genuine on camera, really impressive. And Danielle, wow. So you have such a soft and approachable way about you. You asked great, engaging questions. I really, really, really want you to rest in the confidence that you have what it takes to do this business. You totally have what it takes. And I want to challenge you to move away from your notes a little bit more and use the low and the high expressions of yourself, right? I've seen you be a little unleashed, like at the client retreats. I've seen you get really excited and then be kind of fierce. Just bring more of that range of expression into your presence on camera, and that just comes with practice. So just keep practicing. And there were a few moments that I felt like you might be reading your notes, and that's fine. But the trick to reading your notes on camera is to throw a few ums or ahs in so that people don't know you're reading. You said something like, I began to feel dissatisfied in my work, but that didn't sound like conversational. It didn't sound like something that you would just say if you were talking to me. It sounded like, something that you were reading off of a piece of paper. So just be aware of that when you go back through your notes. If you are going to read, the trick is make sure that you're, writing your sentences in a way that comes across completely conversationally, and that you're pausing and you're saying things like, and yeah, just, be a little imperfect, because then people actually they're gonna relate to you more. And I just have to say, the safety, you have this gentle safeness about you that I know is going to attract the right clients. So just keep playing with it. You're doing amazing, and I'm so proud of you for getting out here. All right, goddesses, take your homework, keep practicing, get in your board of directors groups, get in your masterminds, get with your buddies, keep getting out there. That's the thing. The more you get out there, the more you have people coming toward you. And be sure to go on the comments thread, because so many women, dozens of women, are excited about every single one of your shares. So scroll back through the comments thread, find where the women we're talking about, we're answering your questions, we're talking to you, and comment for them, respond to them, send them a Facebook message, have a conversation with them. This is how we build our businesses. I'm so proud of every single one of you. You did amazing. Congratulations for showing up. You totally have what it takes to grow this business. You do. You totally have what it takes to grow this business.